Good morning. Welcome to the main stage of Proctor's Theater. Truly different times we're living in that I would have the opportunity to be here in this amazing space and offer a yoga practice. Feeling both humbled and grateful and special, because it is that, to think of all the people who have walked through this theater and enjoyed the beautiful, ephemeral liveliness of reflection of life here, which is so similar to what we do in the practices of yoga. And so I'm just really happy and grateful and appreciative to be here for the Open Stage Media and Proctor's Theater. So as we begin, just to offer just that little bit of intention for what this yoga practice might be for you, that in these challenging times, we offer ourselves time to come together and be present in the body and to offer compassion for ourselves. If there are any rules to yoga, the first one would be, first, do no harm. And in that first notion, it would be to have compassion for yourself. So everything is an invitation. Yoga itself is an inquiry within, to connect deep inside the body, to feel your connection to the earth, to feel your connection to spirit, however you may define that. Even if it is, which actually I'm kind of happy with, the idea of consciousness being made manifest in the physical body. And the practice that I offer this morning is what I'm calling Shakti Yoga, where we embrace the divine feminine rising. And Hatha Yoga, is the meeting of the sun and the moon. And with Shakti, we bring that beautiful feminine energy from the earth to the heart, and we bring the beautiful masculine energy of sky to the heart, and we find balance within. We invite that ease and that presence. And a beautiful way to do that is with breath. So you could be sitting on the floor, you could be sitting in a chair, and just adjust in your seat so that you can feel the sit bones root down. You can find that connection down into the earth. And then you might shift a little, tilting the tailbone forward, and then tilting the pubic bone down. So you find that beautiful little fulcrum from front to back and a little bit side to side. So checking in and finding where you sit, how you feel comfortable, adjusting through the body at any time to invite ease, because we want to have those memories and that felt sense of ease in the body. The notion of a hatha yoga class also, in that we are posing, we are offering different poses. The asanas actually mean a seat of consciousness. So each yoga pose that we allow our bodies to fall into, to draw strength, to offer release, whatever it might be, is an invitation to a new seat of consciousness. Beautiful information in the body, beautiful wisdom of the body. And this is for everybody. And offering that sense of compassion and ease, and knowing that you are perfect, just as you are in this moment. So again, finding the seat, offering the movement, however it is. Maybe you give a roll through one shoulder and check that out. You give a roll through the other shoulder and check that out. And just noting your breath, and the beauty of being home in your own space, or wherever you are in your own space, is you can let the invitation, you can take the invitation wherever you like. So when I put my hand down and suggest a lift through the arm, you might have more of a bend in your elbow. You just want to reach in, let it be an inquiry into your body, and inviting the strength and ease through every movement and every breath. So as you settle into the breath, if it's available to you to close your eyes here, to find that pressing down through sit bones, drawing in and back the belly toward the spine, adjusting through shoulders, checking into your head and your neck. Where do you have ease? As you press down through the sitting bones, you press down through the shoulders and lift through your heart and invite the breath simply to flow. Be present in that space of your breath, your constant companion who's been with you from the moment you were born and will be with you until the moment you pass. Breathing into that space of welcome, that space of friendship and play with your breath. So without trying to change your breath, just note sensation in your body as you are breathing here. Offering a lightness on your cheekbones and ease across the brow. Breathing into the space of your heart, into a space of appreciation. And we'll play with the breath a little bit. I'll offer an ujjayi breath, the ocean sounding breath, the breath you hear when you know someone is asleep and they're breathing beautifully, like a baby when they're asleep, that beautiful ocean sound of the breath. It's a slight constriction on the back of the vocal cords, and it sounds like the ocean, each breath like the ebb and flow of waves. Breathing in, maybe pausing at the top of an inhalation and feeling that liveliness in your body. And then when you're ready to breathe out, releasing the breath, firming the belly toward the spine, breathing in, peace, grace, breathing out, love, joy. Letting the breath fill your body, offering that fresh oxygen into every cell. And if it helps to offer a little bit of movement, let's offer the hands together in front of the heart. Adjust through your seat again. If you've been sitting all this time and you want to recross your legs, feel free to do that. Find the lifting through your heart. So we draw shoulder blades down on the back body and lift again through the chest. Press shoulders down and away from the ears, and inhale the arms up and release them out and down to the sides. So finding this rhythm of breath, letting it be entirely your own, where the gaze follows the fingertips on the inhale and releases on the exhale. Inhaling light, freedom and love. Exhaling peace and grace. A few more rounds of breath here, letting it be an inquiry, each one its own, each one like that wave upon the shore with a different crest and a different fall. And the next time you find your fingertips floating up overhead, pause for a moment and reach through one arm, reach through the other. You can do this with your eyes closed. It's not like you need to look at me. You can feel that in your own body. And then soften the shoulders down. Invite the shoulder blades together on the back body and feel that yes through your chest, through your throat, the lifting through your heart, the yes to life here. We'll let the right hand come down wherever that works for you, so you have ease in your shoulder and you lift through that left arm, that left palm, gazing toward the heavens. And allow yourself into a lateral stretch. So we're going to move the spine to invite ease through the spine. So a little bit of a lateral stretch could take you way far over or not so far at all. But offering yourself the breath here, the openness of the heart, of the arm, and then letting your gaze down toward that right hand and offering a gesture with the left arm. So you invite a bit of a twist. The gaze could be down toward that right hand or into your left elbow, still pressing down through sit bones. So you invite the length through the spine. And we'll take a few breaths here, inviting a flow where you inhale, open through the heart, open through the chest. You exhale and round. Letting each one be different, feeling glorious like a wave. Inviting that ease of grace throughout your body, the light of well-being through every cell. And the next time or the next time you find that arm opening, pause for a moment, take a couple breaths. Maybe a sigh, feel that lift through your heart, the yes to nourishment through your throat. And when you exhale, draw it down. Press down through sit bones, lift through the body, and enjoy that little bit of release, of protection. We'll inhale both arms up overhead, soften through the shoulders. Feel that lift through your heart, that yes through your body. And should you choose to unfold your legs, if you're sitting on the floor, feel free to do that. And allow yourself simply to release down to a forward fold, wherever that may bring you. You could be way up high, nice, long, straight back, adjust into the body there. Or you might find after a breath or two, you walk yourself forward and down. Maybe you come all the way down. And if you have extended your legs, feel free to do that. Let there still be a slight bend in the knee so that you can release the body down. You can find your expression of this forward fold. And then gently walking the hands back toward the body. Come on back upright. Find your seat once again. Press down through sit bones. Lift through the belly, through the heart. Shoulders press down. Beautifully lifted. We'll let the left fingertips down onto the floor and lift through the right arm and offer that yes into your body, that yes to well-being. And engage in your lateral stretch here. Breathing into this space, enjoying this openness, pressing down through sit bones, supporting the strength through the spine, inviting openness through every intervertebral disc. Like you could invite a little bit of sponginess through the discs, inviting ease, inviting length in the spine, bringing that arm forward and engaging, gazing down toward those left fingertips or into that right elbow. Wherever you can feel strong, inviting the ease of your edge, where sensation is just moving you into a challenge point. And again, inviting that flow as that serves you, the openness on the inhale, and the release and protection on the exhale, knowing that you are saying yes to life and that you honor every aspect, light and dark, easy and challenging, whatever it may be, as you cultivate this witness consciousness. Next time you find yourself opening, pause for a moment, offer a sigh, feel that beauty through your body, and when you are ready to release, again, as though you were saying, you beautiful creature over here. And on an inhale, allow yourself back up, soften through the shoulders, adjust through your seat, feel that yes through your body. Feel free as you bring your hands down. If you want to open the legs, or if you're happy with the legs forward crossed, to come down into your forward fold. Finding the perfect place for you here on this side. And if you do choose to open your legs, find that ease through the legs and just drape the belly over the thighs. Again, this is an inquiry. It's your body. It's sensation and your felt sense of being here. Taking a few breaths in this forward fold, maybe even offering yourself a little bit further, shrugging a shoulder, shrugging the other shoulder, invites ease on the back body. And when you are ready to gently walk the hands back toward the body, come on back upright. If you have not opened your legs, open them now. Use your hands for support and lift through the heart. So find that lifting through the body, shake that out. You can give a little circling through one leg and the other. And then we'll come back to our seat. We'll come back to our crossed legs. Taking your time to arrive, adjusting through your seat once again, we'll take that left hand to your right thigh and the right hand behind, and just gaze over that right shoulder. So as you press down through sitting bones, you draw in and up on the belly, in and back, finding the support there, in and up on the pelvic floor, drawing awareness deep into your core so that you are supported in your twist as you gaze gently over that right shoulder. Offering a sigh, a breath, a smile, inviting the strength into this twist. On an exhale, allow your gaze to come forward. Let your body follow, drawing you all the way over to the other side, adjusting in any way as you travel there, gazing over that left shoulder, drawing yourself nice and tall in this twist, feeling the drawing in and up of the pelvic floor, drawing back of the belly, supporting through the core, supporting this seat, feeling strength in your being. And as you are ready, let that gaze come forward. Soften into that space. Let the body just gently come back through center. So we'll go for one more movement of the spine here before we find ourselves getting up. So if you let your hands be on your knees or in your lap and shrug your shoulders forward and check into the low back, check into the neck and engage, dome the belly toward the spine and find where you kind of just condense the body down, like you're drawing those, each one of all those little muscles are contracting along the spine, looking for ease, just inviting that presence there. And with an inhalation, begin to lift yourself forward and up. So these movements, again, are entirely your own, where you round through the shoulders, through the body, releasing down. And then you find with your inhales that, yes, that lifting back up once again, shoulders pressing down. Couple more rounds of breath here, just inviting that movement into the spine and finding that lift. And as you are ready to draw yourself back to center, we're going to bring it actually down onto the mat, onto the back body. So coming off a cushion, if you're on a cushion, and allowing yourself to come down. And something to think about when we go into Shavasana at the end, that if you have a cushion or a blanket to put under your knees and offer yourself support, it just offers a little bit of ease to the low back. So finding that place where you can release through the body and you have support, and taking a moment just to surrender the body into gravity. And we'll draw the right knee into the chest. So take a moment there, and as you draw that right knee into the chest, find ease through the shoulder blades. You could bring the sole of that opposite foot to the floor so that you can feel the ease through your body, the release through the low back, through the shoulders. And we're just hugging that, we'll say, right leg in. And lifting the opposite foot up toward the ceiling and inviting a little point and flex and circle through the ankle, any little shift from side to side that allows you to feel that release in the back body. Eventually to press that heel toward the ceiling, hug that leg to the body, and begin to lengthen and lower that leg down. So taking your time here to find the lengthening out of that leg from the hip, eventually coming to a hover a few inches above the floor and pausing there, breathing in that space. Inhale your head and chest up to your drawn in knee, almost like maybe you were diving into a pool or jackknife into a pool, inviting that sense of freedom and strength in your body, eventually to release the head and shoulders down, the leg down, and softening once again into a wind reliever, a half wind reliever here, Ardha Apanasana, offering an asymmetrical release to the iliopsoas, signaling to your body that you are safe and secure. Inviting any movement, any size that invite ease as you release. And with a deepening of your breath here, inviting a connection to the adrenals, saying, it's all good, I'm safe, I'm strong. And we'll keep the left hand on that knee. You could bring your right arm out to the side. And just as you press into that right shoulder blade, and you can adjust through that leg in any way to find yourself into a bit of a knee down twist. So if it's available to you to gaze back to that back extended arm, that palm, and invite the twist into your body. So it's an unwinding of the spine and an opening across the chest, and then that twist back of the neck. So breathing into these spaces. Notice if you smile on an exhale or you offer a sigh, you invite more spaciousness into your twist, breathing into this space. Finding the journey back to center, maybe bringing the hand back first, bringing both soles of the feet to the floor, giving a lift and lower through the hips and adjustment through the shoulders so that you feel once again this lovely engagement of the back body against the floor, and inviting that left leg or the opposite leg in and the right foot to lift to the ceiling, to point and flex and circle, inviting movement here that invites the ease in your body. Breathing into this space, hugging in the one leg, pressing up through that opposite heel, and beginning to lengthen and lower that leg to a hover a few inches above the floor. Maybe it takes you a few breaths to get there. It's an inquiry into your body. When you feel like that leg is just a few inches above the floor, inhale head and chest up to your knee and gaze down at those toes. Maybe you can lengthen that leg a little more. You can adjust through your shoulders and eventually release it down. Take your time, soften into the length that's here. Could be totally different on this side. And as you breathe here and you settle through the shoulders, you lengthen through the back of the neck, you engage through the body, and then you soften into that engagement, soften into your edge. Again, that asymmetrical release of those deep hip flexors that invites a connection to your adrenals, that fight or flight mechanism saying, I am safe, I am whole, I am enough. And breathing into that space of self-compassion. We'll keep the right hand on that left knee, left arm out to the side this time, and inviting that press down through that shoulder blade that invites the twist in your body. So you have that beautiful unwinding of the spine, the openness through the chest, the gaze back to that palm. And again, any adjustments here. Notice if you're holding in any place, maybe in your glutes, maybe you consciously constrict so that it's like, oh yeah, I didn't even know I was holding there. And soften. Drawing the body back through center as it serves you and bringing yourself once again, soles of the feet to the floor. Adjust through the back body. Find where you have ease here and invite both knees to the chest and give a little rock from side to side. See if you can feel every little bit of your back body against the floor as you soften here and invite the length through the spine. This is crazy. Here I am on the stage at Proctor's. How cool is that? In dead bug, shoulders released down into the floor, feet just gently float toward the ceiling. Absolutely gorgeous. Breathing into that space and then allowing yourself to rock a little more side to side, roll over onto one side, and gently press back up through a seated position and offering yourself into a child's pose. So you find toes toward each other and you can widen the knees as much as you like. And think about drawing your arms so that you're gonna find yourself lifted here. We're gonna go for an extended child, but we're gonna arrive there however it serves. So if you walk your fingertips out, and I don't want to bring my head down because I'll be talking to the floor. But if you keep that image of maybe you even squeeze for a moment the arms toward the head so that as you walk your fingertips forward, you feel that lengthening, a little bit of lift through the bottom. You soften through the shins and you can use your fingertips as a fine-tunement, pressing into the floor. And you may even find as you release, as you soften, that you'll draw the fingertips toward the body, that you'll release the hips closer toward the heels, and either the forehead to the floor. You could make a pillow with your hands. You could make fists with your hands, or even grab a block so that you can soften and settle into your child's pose. Take a few moments there. Allow yourself the breath, the being in this child's pose. Inviting ease, offering yourself the breath in this pose as though you were a small child. The most beautiful thing we can do is to speak to ourselves, to offer that compassion to ourselves that we would offer to a small child. Couple more rounds of breath here, softening. If your forehead is touching the floor or hand, offering yourself the opportunity to just rock a little side to side with the head so you draw your awareness to the third eye point and breathe into that space. Invite compassion as though you were indeed a child. Walking hands back toward the body, coming back upright. We're going to bring it up. So we'll just play a little bit here. So finding where you come into table for a moment, adjusting through the legs. Give yourself the opportunity to check into sensation in your body. Maybe you press back through the balls of the feet and you find what's there for you. You can offer a bend into the elbows for a moment, a press into the fingertips, which are wrists are under your shoulders, hips are over knees, and then release into cat-cow. So we're going to arch the back as though you were a cat on the exhalation, and release, lifting through gaze and tailbone, releasing through belly on inhalation. Few rounds of breath here, breathing into this cat-cow, inviting a beautiful picture in your mind's eye of the amazing flexibility of your spine, undulating, serpentine in its movement, inviting that cerebral spinal fluid to flow through from tailbone to crown, lighting you up with awareness, with light, and with the healing light of grace. And the next time you find yourself coming to a neutral position, you may want to shift the hands forward a bit and check into the balls of the feet. We're going to lift into down dog. So finding where this works for you, where you press the shoulders away from the fingertips, you draw the head down between the arms. You can offer a bend into the knees. Maybe you bend in one knee deeply and then the other so that you can find the lift into your down dog, supported by the strength of your abdominals. So your heels don't need to meet the floor. You want to find the perfect inverted V for you. Whatever that is, it's really about having the heart above the head. Down dog is a beautiful inversion, inviting communication from the heart to the head. Breathing into your down dog here, hanging there for a bit longer if that's what you like, or walking hands and feet toward each other and releasing into a forward fold. And this may be that you bend the knees, you offer yourself the belly toward the knees. There's no reason we want to have ease. There's no reason you need to straighten the legs, unless, of course, that serves you. But wherever you are, inviting the crown of the head to the floor, ease through the shoulders. If you bend through the knees, you engage the pelvic floor, you engage the abdominals toward the backbone. It invites strength in your forward fold. And then we're going to soften even more. And on an exhalation, firm the belly to the spine. Let it gently lift you. You can inhale the rest of the way up overhead. And exhale, hands, heart center. Breathing into this beautiful standing pose. And let yourself shake it out. Find your standing pose that works for you. So you could give a little bit back and forth into the balls of the feet and into the heels. So inviting that strength, that ease, now instead of through the sitting bones, inviting that through your feet. So notice if you come up onto the balls of the feet and then back into the heels, you invite that balance to the body, that connection to your being there. So feet are hips distance apart. One way to do that is to bring your fists into the medial arches. Our hips are not out here. Our hips are in here. And breathing into that space. So finding the shoulders once again. We could give a little round into one shoulder and the other. So that as you press down, you invite all this flexibility through the body, softening through the knees at any time. We don't want to lock the knees. We want to find the strength of the calves, the strength of the thighs to invite the lift through the body. And pausing for a moment, putting your hands on your hips for a moment and finding a lift through your heart, soft through the knees, firm through the belly, through the heart, that draws a lift through your body, the slightest of back bends. You could even bring your hands around toward the back so that you just invite a little bit of a back bend that serves you. Breathing into that space and then softening, offering that lift, that yes, through your heart to draw you back up. Softness in the knees. Let yourself release. Invite those openings that round through one shoulder, round through the other. And we'll come back for some half sun salutes. So feet are hips distance apart. You bend and straighten the knees. You feel the connection between the toes and your mat or the floor, whatever it is you are, wherever you are. Inviting hands once again to heart center and bowing your head for just a moment so that you feel that length on the back of your neck. You lift the heart into the thumbs. You press the thumbs into the chest. Notice what your hips are doing present here in this moment. On an inhale, inviting the arms down and around and bending the knees, lifting into that little bit of a back bend. And as you're ready to surrender to swan dive forward, bend through the knees and swan dive. Inhale, hands to shins, half lift. Nice long line. Look for a long line from the tailbone to the crown, the engagement through the feet. And exhale into your forward fold, bending knees as much as you like. And inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands, heart center. So just a few more of those. Inhale, the arms around. Lift that yes to the heavens. Exhale, swan dive to the earth. Inhale, hands to shins. Knees are bent as much as you like in any of this. And release into your forward fold. Pressing into the feet. Inhale, root to rise all the way up. Exhale, hands, heart center. Two more. Inhale, the arms up and around. Yes. Exhale, release. Yes. Inhale, hands to shins, half lift. Exhale, fold deep. Press out all the air. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale, hands, heart center. Last one. Inhale, the arms around that beautiful, yes, that openness of your heart. Exhale, and swan dive forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold deep. Pressing into the feet, inhale all the way up, and exhale, hands, heart center. And let it go. Shake it out, however that is for you. We're going to go for just a little bit of balance. Have just enough time before we work our way back down. So if you like to have a chair in front of you or fingertips on a counter, whatever it might be, or the wall, to offer you support in your pose. But let's plant some trees today, this beautiful spring day where all the glorious pink trees are in blossom, the yellows, the greens. So you can be whatever kind of a tree you would like to be. We'll start on the right side. Draw a line of energy through the right side of the body and offer a bend in your left knee, your left hip, and you could keep those toes right on the floor. And breathe into this space. Invite your awareness through your core and come into the branches of your trees as it serves you, feeling free to move that foot up the leg wherever that serves you. In and out of balance can be windy, but finding your tree, better to step in and out with ease and just come back in again. Find the balance that's there for you. This is your tree today, whatever it is. Perfect in this spring, perfect in this beautiful day. Breathing into this space, remembering it's not about the legs, it's about your core, the strength of your being, the lift through your heart, the lift through your gaze, and coming out as you're ready. Shake it out, thank that standing leg, and we'll bring it to the other side. So finding that lengthening down through the left leg, the lift through the heart, that whole line of energy through the left side body, toes to the floor, heel to the ankle if that's your tree today, honoring what's there for you as you find whatever expression of tree might be. You have hands in front of heart center, or you find yourself, you're a wild tree. So long as you feel strong. And whenever you're ready, allowing yourself out of that tree and letting it go. And again, thanking that standing leg, inviting ease right back down through the body. So we'll come back. You may want to come toward the front of your mat if you're on a mat. Bring your hands together in front of your heart and find again that beautiful liveliness of energy lifting you from the earth, that beautiful rise of divine feminine energy. And as you gaze toward the heavens and you draw that beautiful light of consciousness of the masculine back down into your body so that they meet in the heart, you enjoy this beautiful balance of masculine and feminine, the balance at play of life and grace. We'll bring hands together in front of the heart, lift through the body, lift through the crown, bend in the knees for a moment, offer yourself the ease here. Check into the soles of your feet. Notice where you are without judgment, being pleased that you've made it this far. We'll inhale, arms around, enjoy that yes to the heavens. And as you exhale, swan dive, bend the knees as much as need be, and release into a forward fold. Soften through your knees. We'll offer a nice deep bend into the knees, hands to the shins on an inhale. Exhale, release. Inhale the arms all the way up, and exhale, heart center. Inhale, arms down and around that yes to the heavens. Exhale and swan dive. Inhale, half lift. This time, as you bend your knees and you exhale, plant your hands. Step one foot back in the other and engage either in plank or knees down in table and breathe into that space. Find that strength of your being. Option here would be knees down, chest down, or keeping elbows close to the body. Draw yourself down through chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, child or down dog. We'll offer one or two more of those. So if you found down dog, adjust in your stance, lift through your tailbone, release through the crown, firm the belly to the spine to invite strength there. On an inhale, we'll shift the shoulders forward, knees down, chest down, or chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Breathe into your down dog. Find that length. Press those shoulders away from the fingertips. Lift through the tailbone. Breathe into that beauty of your heart above your head. Last time, shift the shoulders forward. Knees down, chest down, or chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. And this time, we will come back into child's pose. So however that is for you, widening the knees as you like, walking yourself forward, releasing as it serves you. Few breaths here in your child's pose. Letting all that liveliness in your body settle. Walking hands back toward the body, coming back upright enough so that you can release down onto the belly. We're just going to bring, if you were to bring your right knee out to the side and offer cactus hands so that you could release your left cheek to the floor, or if you've got that cushion, you could offer ease for your neck. And you can bring the left arm down alongside the body. So a little bit of half frog. Ardha Manduka. Settling the chest into the floor, inviting the ease through the body. And taking a moment, taking your time to draw the support of your hands so that you can lift up enough to change it to the other side. So again, releasing the head, inviting that back arm down if that serves you, so that you can release the shoulder into that half frog on that side. Letting yourself settle into this beautiful release, this connection of the belly to the earth. A couple few more rounds of breath here. You can linger here a little bit longer if you like. Typically in a longer practice, we would linger here a lot longer. But eventually finding your way down onto the back body once again. So gently pressing back up, finding your way down, offering yourself the blanket under your knees if that's what's going to support your low back. But otherwise, I'll just offer the release into Shavasana. You can shift a little through the hips, offer a little press into the shoulders, a little lift through the heart. You might bring the toes towards center and then out to the sides a couple of times. And invite those little wiggles that offer release. So as you settle into your Shavasana, you settle on the back body. You feel the weight of your spine surrender into gravity. You offer an awareness to the eyes as they press against the eyelids and then fall away. You invite a slackness into the jaw, a slackness into the front of the throat and down into the shoulders. Breathing into the beautiful spaciousness of your heart. Letting hips be heavy, legs be heavy, as though you could feel muscle and tissue just melt away. Noting the right temple and the left temple, and a beautiful spaciousness across your brow, as though a gentle breeze blew away any care or concern from your mind screen. Feeling simultaneously the weight of your body settling and the lift, a buoyancy to the front of the body. Breathing in that space of absolute ease. Breathing in love, breathing out peace. Breathing in peace, breathing out love. And just like the sound of the bell, we draw in light, we draw in breath, and then we draw out life. We draw out breath. Taking a few breaths here to let your breath deepen and to find that beautiful movement of ease through your body. Maybe you can imagine breathing right down through the soles of your feet, offering a little wiggle into the toes, offering a wiggle into the fingers, ankles, and wrists. Feeling that beautiful presence in your physical body. And eventually letting your movements become larger. You could draw the soles of the feet to the floor, the knees to the chest, to rock a little side to side. Eventually to roll over onto one side. And let's take a few breaths here where you just surrender your head into your arm. You let yourself be like that little child that you just can't help but love. Offering yourself that beauty, that consideration of the perfect being, just as you are. Offering wonder and awe for the simple presence of your being. And drawing that awareness back up with you as you come back to your seat, inviting once again ease and comfort in your seat so that you're pressing down through sit bones, you're lifted through the body, shoulders release down and away. We'll take a nice deep inhale and exhale with a sigh. And if you'd like to join me in the sound of Om, we'll bring hands together once again in front of the heart. Take a nice deep breath. Bowing your head once more to your inner light, taking absolute delight in the beauty that is you. Deep inhale, exhale, open your eyes. Namaste. Thank you so much for being here.